Yo, what's up guys, it's Mazamoon. I'm back today for a very special unboxing video. It's finally here. Alright, I just opened the box. Number one, right on top here, is the deluxe edition of the game. Man, that's highly reflective. I believe this just comes with a steelbook, the artwork book, and of course the game itself. This one's a little bit thicker than the other deluxe editions over there. As you can see, I already made room on the shelf here. Sephiroth is gonna go right up there next to Cloud, so that's what's gonna happen next. But let's open the rest of it and see what's inside. It's just box after box after box. So this is supposed to be the Sephiroth statue. Being my favorite character of all time, I'm really excited to have this one. I'm gonna try not to kill myself here. Don't want to die before I get to play. So I guess you get little instructions here. It looks like he has two wings, which is a bit weird. Okay, wow, this whole thing is like in pieces, so I'm going to put this together and then I'll cut back to this. Bloodcell would say one winged. So, okay. Damn, his wing is humongous, dude. I thought it was two wings, but this is part one and this is part two, so it's actually huge. To actually put the wing together. That's how big the one wing is. Man, that's tough to get together. It's huge. It's fucking huge. Also, Sephiroth, headless Sephiroth, creepy. His hair is actually like silver looking in the light. So here is the cool base stand that he will sit on top of. The fire and stuff looks really cool. It looks more like Jello to me than fire, but it still looks cool. The pillar and stuff is awesome. So now I'm just gonna get the body out. I went a bit above and beyond to get this collector's edition. I'll probably get all of them for every remake, part of the remake games, just because I am such a huge fan. I was really excited though to see that Sephiroth was the mainstay of this collector's edition. I think he looks pretty cool overall. He's kind of got this like burn going on around his coat, like a reddish like ash and fire and stuff, which is a really cool detail. He's not like super clean. He actually has like red ash on him from starting campfires and stuff. Man, that was tough to get in there. It didn't look like he really fit, but here he is. I can't even get him in the whole frame, but it does look very cool with the flames and everything. And like I said, I really do like the detail of the red and stuff from the fire kind of like scorching his coat here. And it's even up here. It's even up here on his arms and stuff too, which is interesting. And here is the most important of everything here. Name of the channel right here. Mazamoon. Literally Sephiroth's long as F katana, which I don't think is really going to get focused on by the camera, but cool as hell. I think you can put this any way you want, but you're supposed to put it backwards, because that's the cool way to hold a katana. And there is the whole thing. And man, oh man, does it look awesome. Oh, he has a little back panel here that comes off. There's a little portion here of his back that just pops right out, so you can put the wing in. I'm gonna poke my eye out on this thing every time I walk by my shelf over there. Some of the stuff is really hard to get together. Let's do 1 second at a time, huh? Small, and then we'll add on to it. There we go, that looks better. Okay. I really like the way this one turned out overall, just because there's a lot less to it than the Cloud figure over there on the bike. Cloud came with several hands and different ways he can hold things, and the bike has a bunch of stuff, but this one's pretty straightforward, so there's the whole thing. I'm gonna go put it on the shelf now. Man, it is cool looking. You can't really see it because it stands so tall, but there it is right next to Cloud. So this is the collector's edition for the remake game, and then I have the steelbooks for the PS5 version and the PS4 version. There's my little shrine to the original game with all of these 3D printed figures that are like characters straight from the original game. Literally the box pixel art looking characters, and then my collector's edition of Crisis Core that I actually ordered from Japan with the steelbook of Crisis Core Remake. So big fan of Final Fantasy VII, and man, Sephiroth looks cool up there too. So now we'll get to the other big part of it, and that is unboxing the game itself. So you know we have a tradition around here, and that tradition is to open new games with the Buster Sword keychain. I've done it for years. I don't know why I do it. It's just something I like to do. Every piece of plastic on a game that I have to open, it's got to be done with this. I have to break the ground with the Buster Sword, I guess. Nice and shiny, good looking on a shelf, I will say. The back of this one has much cooler artwork and details and stuff on the game. Everything that's inside there, so let's pop it open. This says 160 gigs minimum. As far as I know, the game is only 145, so I'm not sure why it says that, but that's the biggest PS5 game ever made. Oh yeah, and we get the little soundtrack too. Forgot about that. The mini soundtrack. These I almost never touch because I usually wait for the full one and just get it on Spotify, but they said they recorded over 400 pieces for Rebirth, so there's a lot of music in the game. Oh, I love the disc on this soundtrack. Cool artwork of Cloud. Next up we have the Steelbook. These are usually not too impressive. Oh, I do like this a little bit though. So nothing going on inside whatsoever. 2 disc opening for that in case you want to store your game in that. I almost never do. This is like stuff I put on the shelf really. And then the artwork here is of Zack and Cloud reaching Midgar, which is not supposed to happen, and then cool Buster Sword layout there on the back. Then we have the artwork, and there is a lot of it. This is actually one of the thickest artwork books I've ever seen in a collector's edition. I don't want to look too deep. I don't want to get spoiled on nothing, but here we go. This is appropriate. Just Sephiroth, you know, being a badass. Very cool. I'm going to comb through this after I finish the game. I love artwork with my additions and stuff like that. And then last but not least, the game itself. Try not to blind you guys with the reflection there because of the packaging. The back is the same as the outer box. And I will say, man, 16 still has 7 by the ropes. Will they use this stupid font? I'll never know, dude. You look at the box on 16, it's a thing of beauty. But we're using the Buster Sword to open the packaging. That is our way. Buster Sword's not too sharp though. Wow, that's insane. This is kind of nostalgic looking at this because, and I'll see if I still have the original booklet, but there is a freaking advertisement inside of here for a Saga game. Now the reason that is nostalgic to me is because in the original Final Fantasy VII, in like the rear of the book that came with it in 1997, there was a advertisement for I think Saga Frontier or another Saga game. So that's weird. All these years later, same thing. And 2 PS5 discs. I can't believe we're only a few years into the PS5's life cycle and we're already getting dual disc games. Like that's crazy because PS5 games hold so much memory. And then it also does have a reversible cover, which I like. I like the simplified artwork. To me, it's a lot more consistent with original FF7. It was plain white. Back in those days, man, they didn't need to show you all this crazy artwork. You got like a plain white cover and you knew that game was gonna be really good. Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy VII. They didn't have to say nothing back then. They just gave you games you were gonna play for the rest of your life. These guys don't even care to put the right font on the spine, so you know this game's probably terrible. That's pretty much it though, guys. This has been my unboxing of the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Collector's Edition. I'm gonna set up the rest of the shelf, and then without a second's hesitation, it's time to finally play this game that I've been waiting a long time for. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you would, please. And I will see you guys next time.